I understand that a lot of people don't enjoy reading. Reading is something that is very underrated, especially in this day and age. Technology has taken over the point of reading, and while that may not be a completely terrible thing, reading is still particularly important. I will be stating the pros and cons of reading, how it's good for your health, how it boosts your school performance, and the statistics on how it can boost your creativity. The first thing I will start off with are the pros to reading. Reading can improve your focus because the act of reading requires you to put your full attention into it. So, since you are working on focusing on something so often, it will improve the way you focus on other things. If you are working to improve focusing on things, reading is an amazing way to start. Improved vocabulary is another thing that reading can help. When reading, there will be introductions to new words, and that can also lead you to figure out how to use the new words or find out how to use old words in new ways. A larger vocabulary can help you express yourself more clearly. Reading is also a good way to provide yourself with relaxation. When reading, most people see it as a way to escape reality. The last pro I will be talking about is how reading improves your imagination. Books are one of the many ways you can broaden your imagination. The more you read, the more ideas and concepts you will be able to imagine. When there are pros, there will always be cons, so although reading has a lot of pros, there are also some cons. Reading can take up a lot of time. Most books have more pages that take some longer time to read, which will take more time to finish them. Wanting to read a book can also be pretty costly. If someone enjoys reading and wants to own books, they'd have to keep in mind that books aren't cheap. For some people, reading can be perceived as boring. Reading requires willpower for it to be enjoyable. So, if someone is really against reading, they won't find it fun since they won't want to put in the work to read. A major con of reading is that it can also cause eye problems. When reading, if you are holding the book close to your face, are reading in bad lighting, or the type of device you are reading on, may cause potential eye problems. Having a good relationship with books will most likely make you enjoy reading in the future. I have found from Benefits of Reading Books for Your Physical and Mental Health by Rebecca Joy that when you read at a young age or with children, it is more likely that you will have a better association with books, which increases the chances of you enjoying reading in the future or when you're older. To boost your school performance, reading can boost your vocabulary, raise your self-esteem, give you good communication skills, and strengthen your brain. Studies show that reading actually does, in fact, strengthen your brain. What was shown was that reading involves a complex network of circuits and signals in your brain. When you read more and your reading enhances, those networks strengthen and become more sophisticated. Next, I'm going to be talking about how reading is good for your health. BBC Teaches Why is Reading Good for Me has informed me that reading has shown mental stimulation can delay onset amnesia. Reading provides a way for your brain to be active, which causes mental stimulation by creating the scenes of a story. This picture is an example of the mental stimulation that occurs in your brain when you read. So these colored spots stand for the mental stimulation. The top one shows what is being affected when listening to an audiobook, and the bottom is showing what happens when you are actually reading a book. As you can see, they both primarily affect the same parts, just some more than the other. Also, if you read for at least 30 minutes a day for your own pleasure, it can improve your confidence and self-esteem, which can help us pursue our goals and provide grounding. 6 Scientific Reasons You Should Be Reading More by Mental Floss showed me that statistics also show that reading for just 6 minutes a day reduced people's stress levels by 68%. It supposedly has a better effect than going for a walk, drinking coffee, or listening to music. Authors believe that by you being fully immersed and distracted by what you are reading is the thing that relieves your stress. It was also discovered that 2 years of your life could be added if you read for at least 30 minutes a day. Finally, I will be talking about the statistics of why reading is good for you and why you should start. It is proven that people that read for pleasure often know how to understand oneself, enhance people's empathy, and help others to understand their own and other identities. Another thing is that 16-year-olds that choose to read for their own pleasure outside of school are people who are more likely to have more professional and successful jobs later in life. Studies also found that reading can give people a better ability to cope with difficult situations. People that read for 30 minutes a week are more likely to have greater life satisfaction, which I found from the Reading Agency by Reading Facts. It has also been shown that people who read more often have a lower divorce rate and also make more money. So, once again, here are some benefits of regular reading. The examples are that it improves brain connectivity, increases your vocabulary and comprehension, empowers you to empathize with others, aids in sleep readiness, reduces stress, lowers blood pressure and heart rate, fights depression symptoms, prevents cognitive decline as you age, and it contributes to a longer life. Some interesting facts about reading are regular or avid readers are often people that donate or volunteer more. It's shown that around 82% of people that participate in those activities were found to be regular readers. It was also discovered that children that read for around 20 minutes a day are exposed to around 2 million words a year. Another fun fact is that when reading, our eyes are actually looking in different directions because they are usually focusing on different letters at the same time. Also, around 28% of people that don't read were found more likely to have reports of depression. The last fun fact is that people that are more regular readers are typically better at learning new languages. Lastly, there are many facts about reading that I can attest to. The first thing I want to state is that reading has reduced my stress levels by a significant amount. When I talked about how authors believe that being fully into the book you're reading is what makes you relieve stress, it's something that I honestly believe. This is a really good reason of why you should start reading more often. Reading has also been a good escape for me and has helped me find comfort and relaxation in the past. Not only those, but I will also agree with the fact that reading is expensive. As someone who prefers reading the books I own, the money can stack up. Although even throughout all of the cons, I would say the pros outweigh them. So, I hope with all of the information on how reading can help you better your life has changed your views on reading in general. There are many reasons as to why reading can better your life. I talked about the pros and cons of reading, how it boosts your school performance, how it is good for your health, and the statistics. Now, I challenge you all to go out and try to read for at least 30 minutes each week and see if it impacts your life in any way, because I know that it sure has been an amazing way for me to deal with stress and just to help me out in general. And I hope that all of you can benefit from it the way I have.